Good Saturday, everybody. Hello, this is Veronica Borrego, AOB president, and next to me I have Miss Ida. Hello, Miss Ida.
Yay! It's me on a Saturday
It's
with
us on a Saturday
with glasses.
with glasses. I gotta get in the center of the screen here. All right, so we're gonna try to make this work. I was explaining to Ida I'm having some technical difficulties, so I'm gonna have to be sharing my screen like kind of in a weird way to show the stuff that we want you guys to see. Um, but we're gonna get it done somehow.
That's right. We always have find a way to get it done. So we
Yep.
gotta love these last minute technical difficulties that happen. But like we say, we got the show must go on.
The show must go on. Season 2 must continue.
That's right. Coming up on the season finale.
Yes. Season. Uh, you know what? You're right. Almost the season finale. The year is almost over. We have survived star testing.
Woo!
We are
Muy
finishing up
apenas.
the year. Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people still doing finals and stuff like that. But I believe all of the end of year course assessments and star and all that are already behind us. Thank God.
Yes. It was difficult. A lot of people have been very pressured. My gosh, a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of campuses were interfering with the duty free lunch, everybody having to sacrifice and do different things because of the staff shortages and all these different things, which is some of the stuff that we want to talk about today and get input on how everybody's feeling about that. I think it's
Yeah.
important we share how it's impacting each and every one of us.
Mhm.
And right here with all of this testing, it showed exactly what the staff shortage was, how it impacted everybody differently, and how it continues to push people to the limit, and people are just beyond stress. My gosh, it's very sad. And we're here to help everybody find their voice and be able to speak up to school board members and relate how they feel about all these stressful situations that are going on.
Yeah.
So, but it's been so difficult. And then on top of all of that, trying to plan or carry out the field trips is also very stressful because of the staff shortages.
Mhm.
And these kids don't a lot of them don't realize how it's impacting. They just know that at the end of the year they were going to go on a field trip and they expect it to happen. And some campuses are having a very difficult time to carry that out.
Yeah.
So but have you all had any field trips? Have you gone on one?
Yeah, we just actually had a field trip. I think ours was on Tuesday. It was this past week.
Uh-huh.
Um, it was awesome. We went to the aquatic center. Um,
Mm.
we took our kids finally on a field trip. So yeah, it was nice.
The aquatic center where?
Here on 802,
Oh, okay.
it was awesome. It was very organized. Um, everything ran smoothly, thank God. So yeah, it was the best place to take them because everybody's kind of like you kind of keep everybody in an area. They did have like a room for a movie if there was kids that didn't want to be in the pool or whatever, but you're in one building, so you're not having to like you know
Oh, wow.
turn around and find them. Yeah, so it was pretty cool. The kids had fun. We brought them back to school. All of us were tired because of course it's aquatic center, right? So like it's open kind of, so it's like hot, it's humid. But the kids were in the pool all day,
Y'all
so they got
y'all
back
got back
super,
like this?
yeah, like Mufasa, like that. And so the kids were able to have fun, and they got back really tired, so we sent them home exhausted. I think parents were like, yes, way to go. I'm
Wow.
sure they slept as soon as they got home. They passed out because they were there all day. So they had fun. It was good. They deserved it. It was awesome.
Wow, that would be so stressful to me to take so many kids to the pool. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, yeah, the kids I'm sure loved it, but oh my gosh, all the stress of all the what ifs, what can happen and stuff.
Yeah. Well,
So,
shout out to the director, Monica Rosales. She had lifeguards and everything ready. They kept it in the shallow area. They had toys for them. They had a little slide for them.
oh
Um, they
wow.
were watching them. They were not allowing them to run. So it was really good. We had lifeguards and everything. So it was awesome. It was good.
Wow. Well,
Very
yes,
fun.
definitely. Again, so what's her name?
Monica Rosales.
Oh, okay.
Maria
Miss
Suarez is
Rosales, big shout out to you guys. I mean, I'm sure that is not easy, but that just made the day for those kids and to keep them all safe and let them enjoy themselves. That's not easy to do.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I think I want to say she said we were one of the first groups to come, if not the first group to come back since pandemic. So they were like,
wow.
it was like exciting for them too.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. Oh, how cool.
It was cool.
Wow. And was it all grade levels or just your grade level?
No, it was all grade levels. So we have what's called the Learning Ally Club, and Learning Ally is a program that's used for students who struggle with reading. And every child that is a part of either dyslexia or special ed has access to that. Um, and yeah, so that
Wow.
those are, yeah, those are the ones we took. It was awesome.
That is awesome because as tired as you guys are, to still be able to plan that and it would have been easier just to say, you know what, we're not going to do this. We
Yeah,
have too
we'll
many.
just buy you all pizza at school.
Yeah. Yeah. So to take that on, as tired as you guys are
Yeah.
and burnt out and shorthanded and all of that, to do that for the kids, hey, a
See, I
big
think that
shout out to you guys.
that's one thing that is not really taken into account is that we will do anything for our kids,
Absolutely.
no matter how exhausted we are. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna get it done because we care about our kids.
Absolutely. And that's what we have across, and not just at your campus. Your campus is great. You got amazing people. But a lot of these other campuses are, like they say, the show must go on. They're doing what they can with what they have. And that's what, makes BISD amazing. We've got such amazing people that, as burnt out as they are, I mean, dragging themselves to work, everything that they've been feeling and how it's even impacting their health, they still do what they need to do for these kids. And that is amazing. So a shout out to every single person out there that is making this happen, that is putting their kids' needs before theirs. My gosh. And it's been quite a week of talking to different people, talking to our different members on what's going on. And that's what we're going to get into right now. And my heart, my gosh, just goes out to so many people that are working through such difficult times and stuff. I mean, it does stress me out because I care so much for our members. And I carry a lot of that with me, where it even, my gosh, I got so stressed out. I got a sty in my eye, which is like, has been so painful and so frustrating and annoying. But, I continue to push forward for you guys, and we're going to continue to do the best that we can to make your voices and your concerns be heard.
Yep.
And a big shout out to all the people that have been stepping up and taking action, reaching out to school board members, reaching out to administration on how they feel. And we're hoping that today, what we get to do is get to empower you a little bit more, explain some of this information that we have sent out, and so you can understand it a little bit better and continue to take action, because we need our voices to be heard here. And that's what we hope to accomplish today.
Yep. Let me go through some of the comments real quick. Gloria
Okay.
Garcia, hola, hello. Mr. Joe Rodriguez, hello, greetings. Happy
Hi.
Saturday. Hi, Micaela.
Hi.
Miss Murillo, we miss you. Awesome, great work. Thank you. Miss Carrion, looking forward to seeing you soon. Hello, Velo. Hello, Ida.
Hi.
And it's a Saturday, so thank you guys for joining us. Do you
Yes.
know if we are going to get compensated for the Reading Academy?
As of right now, not yet. We are continuously pushing on that as well. We know some other districts did. In fact, Donna just approved a stipend for the Reading Academy. I believe it was $1,000, and they are paying anybody who has completed the Reading Academy and is still working on it. So it's not too late for Brownsville to jump on board with this. The challenges that we have with current administration, but we're going to continue to push, even just like we continue to push for the retention stipends to be increased.
Yeah.
And sometimes we sound like a broken record, but we know that the employees deserve it, and that's why we continuously push on that, and we will continue to push for the Reading Academy, because it took a lot more work than what TEA even was expecting for it to be. And it was harder than taking a course, like some of you have shared. Ms. Vero just recently got her master's, and she said it was more intense than having
It was
completed that.
more time consuming, and I kept getting stuff returned, and
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't have time for that. Like, I'm busy.
yeah.
I don't have time for this in my purse. So yeah, it was something. Hello, ladies. Hello, Mr. Ram. Trisha de Anda. My daughter had an awesome time at Aquatic Center. Thank
Ah,
you, Aquatic and Ituria staff. So there was actually, we had two field trips this past week. We had Learning Ally, and then we also had AR. So our students have to reach 100 points for AR for the library. They have to read and take tests, and they have to get 100 points. So we actually had two. One was Friday, and then ours, I don't remember if ours was Tuesday or Wednesday. So Ituria went to the Aquatic Center twice this week. So
wow,
thank you,
awesome.
Ms. Miranda. Truly appreciate it.
No,
Greetings from Royal at Talk Show Central RGV style. Teachers are awesome. They deserve better. Thank you, sir. Yes, we do.
absolutely.
That is what sets BISD apart. Yes, Ms. Danda, that's true.
All the
Yes.
amazing people.
And that is why the district takes advantage of us, because we go above and beyond for our kids. They know we will
Yes.
always go the extra mile for our students. Yes, we will, because they are our babies. Helen Mungia Zuniga, thank you for all you do. Thank you, ma'am. Ruby Gonzalez, a 2 to 3% pay increase would feel like a slap on the face with the current inflation rate. It is not enough. I've had to take on a second job just to make ends meet. I have a master's in my content and 10 years experience, and I'm still struggling. BISD needs to step it up and take care of their teachers. This is very true. I had a friend of mine
Group.
just tell me she went to go pick up medication, and she had to tell them she was going to have to wait because she couldn't afford to pay for it, and it was medicine for her diabetes.
Yeah, that's some of the stories that have been shared with us this week, and it's heartbreaking to hear that. Having to make decisions like that. I'm not going to be able to take this medication because you know what, this one's more important, so I have to choose this over this.
Yeah.
But yet, the week before, they purchased things for their kids in class.
Yeah.
So that is that just goes to show the type of people that are here at BISD. Those are the type of educators that we have. Those are the type of employees and stuff. People that continue to put the needs of the students before their own. And but it's so wrong for the district to take advantage of that. And this is where we need our voices to be heard. And this is where we're going to compare what some other districts are doing and how they're being proactive, and how BISD needs to wake up. They need to wake up and realize what's going on here, because it's not going to go away. And so we'll be getting into all of that shortly.
Yeah. Hi, ladies from Rocky, mom, and myself. Keep up the great work.
Oh,
Rocky, I would just like to say that Rocky happened also because of me.
yes.
You're welcome.
Yes, and right before the show, my dogs were having like a big old fit and stuff, right? And I said, I blame you for this right now. So I was trying to get them to calm down. So my husband had to come and take Chico, so Cheekies could calm down because they were getting all riled up.
When you take a master's course, you choose when to take it. Here, they made you do it. I agree 100% with comparing reading academies to a master's degree course. Yeah, it was not fun.
Yes.
Exactly, Tanya. Michaela, we will lose valuable employees because of pay. We
Yes.
all need to show up at the next budget meeting. We need to show solidarity. Yes, that is something we're going to be talking about. But let me bring up Ruby's comment because I think you wanted to say something about it, Ida.
Yes, on this one, a 2 to 3% increase that they're proposing, it is a slap in the face. It's very disrespectful to the employees, especially for what they've been through. Since this pandemic, it has really, really pushed people to the edge. And and a lot of people, I don't blame the people who chose to leave. I don't, because everybody's case and situation is very differently. You get to a point where you have to ask yourself, what do I have to do for me and my family, for my health, for and things like that. So only that individual person knows what it took to make that decision to leave. It's heartbreaking, and it's not your fault, but they've just been pushed to so many different limits, and their health has been impacted in different ways because of the non-stop stress. It is non-stop stress that it does make a difference. It impacts you so many different ways with the high blood pressure, the diabetes, and things like that. So some people had no choice but to leave. So to say that, oh my gosh, we're going to give you, we're taking into consideration a 2 to 3%, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I know, if some of y'all saw this last board meeting, sorry, I have like a hair on my face and it is really just annoying me, sorry. But at this last board meeting, they were talking about, well, in the past, there was a year that had zero raise and whatever, and there was some years that it was just a few $100s and stuff. You know what? That doesn't justify a 2 to 3% raise right now. Okay, it
No.
was wrong back then, and it is going to be wrong right now.
No, it's even more wrong now because of how much inflation there, like, I don't even want to drive anywhere
Yeah.
because I don't want to put gas, like gas is so expensive.
Absolutely. And it's been really hard on a lot of people. Some of the stories that we've heard on this last survey that we sent out, I mean, oh my gosh.
So
It's
I'm actually getting text messages right now.
mhm,
And I'm going to tell you that one of the biggest things, not only is the raise, like Ida said, is a shortage, people are asking constantly, why are we cutting at the campus level where it matters the most,
the front
and
line.
not at main office or higher up? Those are the questions we've been getting. And like, let me give you an example of, I'm going to read a text that I just got. They cut hall monitors and we only have 2 security and 1 officer. This is at a middle school. How are we supposed to keep kids safe with less administration? Especially with all the vaping and social media, they're not living in reality.
Yep.
So this is also a person who is not only having to do extra duties in the hall and all of that because they've cut at the campus level, they are also having to get stuff ready for summer school. They are also having to get stuff ready for jumpstart. Like, a raise would at least be like a fist bump. Like, come on, keep going. You can do it. But you're cutting at the campus level. You're cutting where you have the most liability. You're cutting where you're going to affect in a negative way student progress. You're cutting in a place where you are burning your people out, and they're Why?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Why are we doing that? And that's some of the stuff that we want to show here today. Hold on.
Let me
I'm
go through
sorry.
these comments real quick. Crazy how Spring ISD starting pay is a bit over 60,000. Bilingual stipend is 3,500 and 3,000 relocation, and us nada. How can we advocate for two assistant principals to remain in middle schools? We need them. If not, administration becomes overwhelmed and it trickles down to us and further the kids. So Mouse Ninja Turtle is the same thing that I just read from a text message. And see, here's what I'm going to tell you. We don't always get comments on the show because people are afraid.
Hmm.
So we get Ida and I through the show are getting text messages or we're getting messages through Facebook Messenger because we understand people are afraid to speak up and put it up where people will see, because there are people watching. We do have board members that watch our show, and there's others in upper administration that watch our show too. We're famous, what can we say? But these are comments. So what Mouse Ninja Turtle is saying is the same thing that I just read from the text message that I received, also from middle school.
Wow.
So, like, I mean, oh, I know.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and I'm trying to keep up with the comments as well, and yes, the text messages, like you're saying, Vettel, and there's a lot of people that are sending different messages,
Yeah,
and
that's why you'll see us randomly looking at our phones.
yeah, it's not that we're being disrespectful and
No.
stuff, but because some of these are right on point on what they're saying, and
Yeah.
how some of them are saying everybody's getting is being impacted differently with inflation. And there's some that, like you say, you don't even want to leave because of the price of gas, and you want to go as minimal as possible to different places and stuff. But like someone just said, some of us don't have a choice because we have to drive from San Benito, from Harlingen, to go to work. And they're not lucky enough to be getting a gas stipend or things like that, like the superintendent does.
Yeah.
So it's things like that. Uh, I I would be fair to say that I don't think the superintendent probably even knows how much the price of a gallon of milk has increased. And when all of us are having to look at different ways to cut back, and because everybody's been impacted differently at different levels. Some of them are just going without name brand stuff and to make ends meet, and some of us are having to do that of choosing which medication I'm going to take and which one I'm going to do without and hopefully be okay with. So those are the different levels of how we're being impacted financially.
Yeah.
And and it makes me really angry to continuously hear that, well, this is what we have to do to not give out any pink slips or lay off any people, because this is what we have to do to keep everybody on board.
Yeah.
That's not true. That is not true. We
Those,
have
and those are comments that are made or that were made at principals meeting and at dean and AP meetings that happened this past week. And that
absolutely.
for the staff is not only very disrespectful, it's very stressful for them to know that that is something that is being pushed, and our year isn't even over. We're already all overwhelmed and stressed out, and now they throw that on the plate for them. Like, that's,
Yeah,
it's not right.
people being told, at their evaluation, or yeah, their evaluations that are taking place and stuff. Well, expect a tougher year. Expect more duties to be passed on to you, and things like that. What type of morale boost is that? You
Yeah.
know that this is, some people are hanging on, and on a daily basis are thinking about, is this worth continuing here on a
There's
daily
a lot
basis?
of people, a
Yeah,
lot of people, a lot of people discussing changing their careers even after being a teacher for 20 plus years. Like, it's just bad. It's bad.
yes. and and then this is the support and the boost that I get,
Yeah.
being told, hey, you think this year was tough, you're gonna be getting a lot more. So how fair is that? You know, and then being told at the meetings, well, yes, we're going to do these cutbacks, we're going to do campuses that have less than 575 students are going to have to choose either between their assistant principal or their dean of instruction, and but be glad that you will have a job.
Yeah.
Be glad. I mean, that is very disrespectful. And again, how does that boost morale and make you want to stay around for another year? And that's why the district needs to wake up and realize that sooner or later this is going to come crashing down if we continue to lose these valuable employees.
Yeah.
Because to lose a experienced employee ends up costing the district money,
Yep.
because the district has put in a lot of money
Yeah.
into your trainings, into some of your certifications that the district covers, and different things like that. And to lose these valuable employees because you literally push them out because you're proposing a 2 to 3% raise.
And cuts.
Yes, more workload being piled on top of a already full plate that they have to carry.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're saying. They need to wake up, and we need everybody to take action.
Yeah.
Reach out to your school board members, guys. We've been sending out the information to you all. And that's what some of the stuff that I want us to go over, so you can understand the different flyers that we put out, and that way when they come back with different comments, well, this is why we have to do this. Well, let me tell you why you don't have to do that, and let me
Yep.
tell you why we can't afford an 8% raise. Let
Yep.
me tell you why.
Let me
So
read these comments real quick so we can get to that. Thank
okay.
you both for fighting for us. Totally appreciate it. Thank you, Ms. Longoria. A percentage raise will give those earning more even more money, and those with low salaries will get next to nothing. It is absolutely unacceptable to get a percentage raise. Agreed, Ms. Villarreal. Ms. Parker, last time raise was from the midpoint, so I hardly got anything. Um, you all supported Biden. Okay. We're talking about our board and their superintendent. A superintendent can refuse a pay raise to be able to give his staff raises, because if a pay raise is approved for teachers, he gets a raise too.
Absolutely. On that, a lot of people forget that his raises depend on what the teacher percentage is. They think, oh, well, we don't want administration to get a raise because he's going to get a raise. No,
Yeah.
he's smart. He tied in his raise to whatever the teachers get. We have a lot of administrators that have gone above and beyond. A
Yeah.
lot. They have been there since day one of the pandemic. They have been going above and beyond. Now, do we have some that, yes, shouldn't be there? Yes, we do. We have it in every level and every profession.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yep. Yeah.
But our administration should not be penalized because they are tying it together with what the superintendent is going to get. But you know what? He's going to get it anyway. Does he deserve it? I'm sorry. I feel he does not, because he's already very overpaid as it is. And they should already consider him to be maxed out, just like so many employees that reach a certain level get minimal to none. That's where he is, because he is very overpaid.
Yep. Thank you for all you do for us, Maggie Mac Productions. I like that name. Remember, there is a two-party system and a choice. I want to stay at an ISD because they are superior choice in education. This is true. All right. Last comment. There we go, Miss Ida. So he is the 15th highest paid superintendent in Texas.
He's actually
This amount does not include all the other additional that they put on their
yeah, he's on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually the top 5.
Yeah.
The top 5 paid superintendents.
Yes.
So, and we're going to cover different things as well on the shortages. One of the very sad things that we're hearing is on the shortages of custodians. Oh my gosh.
Which is the first thing you want me to pull up, Ida?
Let's pull up the flyer that has the 8% on there. What we're asking for.
Okay. Oh,
Because
remember?
I want to go into the fund balance. We keep hearing about how ADA has been impacting us, and the loss of enrollment and things like that. And we continue to hear, well, we can't compare ourselves to smaller school districts because they don't have as many employees as we do, and things like that. So, bottom line is, you know what, we can compare ourselves to smaller school districts because they might have less employees, but they also have less revenue coming in because they have less students.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they're able to manage their budget and balance their budget with what they are given, then we need to find a way to be able to make that happen. Okay. So just because, like, I've done this example before where if me and Vero can be earning the exact same amount of money, but Vero can manage to make her money go a little bit further if she knows how to properly budget. And
Or if I have 4 kids and you have 2 kids, and
mhm,
I take care of a parent and you don't have to take care of a parent,
yeah,
or I have to take care of a grandma and you don't have to take care of the grandma. All of that comes into, it's not just one person.
yeah. But also though, if we have different priorities, also, you can end up having a lot more money at the end of the month than me because I went on and spent money on things that were not absolutely necessities, and I just wanted to spend money because, and so that's me not budgeting properly, but I put other things before some necessities and stuff like that, and that's why I went through my money a whole lot quicker than someone else, than you. Okay. Even though, let's say in this scenario, we're making the exact same amount of money, but you're making your money go a little bit further because you're properly budgeting and planning. And you could have different needs just like that, like you mentioned, of having to be a caregiver, having to be have children and stuff, but I'm blowing it on this and that and purses and jewelry and other things because those are wants and not needs. uh, and this is just a scenario, made up scenario. I don't want my husband to get any ideas. Okay. He's like, yep, that's right.
That's why we are where we are. Oops, sorry.
But that's where proper budgeting and prioritizing makes a big difference and stuff. So on this flyer here that we're explaining that 8% raise for all employees, and of course on this we want to exclude the superintendent, and that is something that legal would have to take up and the school board members would have to take up, or he actually says, I forego my raise, I don't want to accept it. But yeah, right, he's not going to do that. But like I said, we don't want to penalize administrators for him being in that same category. Okay. We believe all these people that have stuck it out with BISD have earned their raise, have gone above and beyond, and deserve an 8% or more. Actually, they deserve more. And let's be very honest, and it's very doable. But we'll say that an 8% at least would be something that we could say is helping to keep up with the rate of inflation. Okay, because I believe the new quarter came in and it's showing inflation to have been at an 8.4. Okay, so when we started this, inflation was at a 7.8, I believe. But now this last quarter it increased a little bit more. But are you able to zoom in on where it shows the funds available?
No, because of the way I have to share it.
Oh, okay. So okay, on that, then can you switch it out and bring up the other one that I emailed you on the financial report? It was the last one I sent
The one
out.
that looks like just a whole bunch of words.
Yes, a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
because I want to explain what the funding is there. Okay, at the very bottom of it, uh, and this was the portion that was cut out. Sorry, that was cut out uh, and was put on that other flyer that was texted in the survey. Okay, it says unassigned fund balance. Okay, and then it says total fund balance, and then the total liabilities, deferred inflows, and fund balances. Okay, that's what it says at the very bottom. This sheet, this report was actually taken from the BISD website. This is a report that is submitted to TEA, and this is how they get their financial rating. Okay, so this has to be legit, guys. We can't make up and make our district look better or make it look worse, like we're about to turn off the lights, like they're making it sound. Okay, so this is how TEA gives you the financial rating of the district of an A or whatever, and says, this is how financially sound you are. Okay, so this is directly from that. Okay, so let me just explain. Okay, the last one, which is 276,649,000, is your total liabilities and fund balance and your deferred inflows. That's money that's tied up, the bonds, the CDs, todo eso. Some of it is tied up and it's not available. Okay, so that's the 276 million. Then you have your total fund balance, which is the 203,932,000 and some change. Okay, that's your total fund balance. Your total fund balance is including the 75 days that TEA recommends or requires for you to have in order to get a certain financial rating. Okay, meaning that you're in a good financial standing as a school district. Okay, so that is in there. Okay, then you have your unassigned fund balance. Okay, that one is the 105,777,000. Okay, that is what is available minus those 75 days required to be in your fund balance. This means this is what is available for the district to use as needed. They can put it into salaries, they can put it into retention stipends, longevity stipends, whatever it is. Okay, they can put it into remodeling, the upkeeping of campuses, whatever it is. That is unassigned. Okay, they
Oh
they
yeah, I
don't.
figured out how to make it bigger. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Nice. Go to the bottom.
With it. I've been playing with it. Okay.
Awesome.
All the way to
These
the
are
bottom.
all the way to the bottom. It's these three, and it's hard to tell that it's highlighted. But there you see the unassigned fund balance of $105 million. Okay, $105 million is unassigned. That's besides the 75 days, guys. That is what you hear, like you hear the superintendent say at the board meeting, well, yes, but we're required to have that and we don't want to dip into the fund balance and whatever, or it was sometimes referred to as the rainy day fund. And and like many have said, guys, it's raining, it's freaking pouring. Okay, we're drowning. Okay, we need this help. If there has ever been a time where we dip into this, it is now, because we need to show our employees that we hear their concerns and their outcries, and we're here for them and we got your back. Okay, so I hope these board members realize, and we have met with some of them to explain this part. Stop believing this thing of, oh, this is what we have to do in order to keep the lights on and to not shut them down and to not lay off people. No, we're in a very, very good financial place, and we can afford to prioritize and take care of our employees. So when they tell you, oh, we cannot because we don't have the funds, yes, we do have the funds. And this is where I want you all to understand, and you can tell them and have an answer when they say, well, it's because we need to have the 75 days. We have that. We have that and then some. So again, the total fund balance is the $203,932,000. That includes the 75 days that is required by TEA in order to have your financial standing. Okay. The 105,777,000 is your unassigned fund balance that they can do whatever they choose to do. It's a matter of prioritizing employees' needs right now. And the need for a substantial raise is very important. And that's what needs to be done now. And that's why we need for each of you that's listening, reach out to our school board members and let them know. Demand something better than the 2 or 3% or 3.5. That's unacceptable. We have the money there. We have it and we can do it.
And this is also, we need to remember, Ida, how many people are retiring or are we losing this year?
Oh my gosh. In April, it was as high as 502.
Okay.
I believe we've passed 600.
So those are all salaries that most are not going to be.
Oh, and I want to talk about that as well.
Right. So we need to remember that too.
Yeah. Yes. And it's very upsetting. Okay. Now from that, I want you to go into the other one that compares what some of the other school districts have approved. Okay. Now, just to make it clear, most times budgets and salaries are not approved until June, end of June. Okay. A lot of school districts in the upper state area have already started to approve their increases because they see the need of being proactive right now. They see the need of, in order to be able to retain some of these people that are debating on a daily basis of if they're going to leave the profession or not.
Yeah.
They're hoping that this will help them to decide that they will stay on board. Okay. Because when we lose an experienced employee, the district loses out. They lose out money because these employees have had so much invested into them. Okay. A lot of trainings, a lot of certifications and things like that. So the district cannot afford that. So we've been researching what other districts have been doing, and further upstate, they already started taking action. So we want you to see what they've been doing so far. And so you can see this is what we need. This is the level we need to get to. We need to step it up to this level already. Okay. And a lot of the Valley ones have not approved. I believe Wesco approved this week. And they were one of the first ones in the Valley that have already approved. A lot of the districts are still in the proposal and budget meeting state of it. But I hope that BISD wakes up because we need to hurry up and take action on this. But I wanted you to see what some of these districts are doing. So, for example, Lockhart ISD, they gave a 8% raise. Can you zoom in a little bit or no? No, not on this. Mm-mm. Okay. So they gave the 8% raise. And that is to all employees. And oh my gosh. Okay, let me try to zoom in on it. Sorry.
I'm trying to see if I can download it the way I did the other one, but it's not letting me.
It's okay. It's okay.
It says Lockhart School Board approved 8% raise for teachers and staff, paraprofessionals up to 28%, and auxiliary up to 37%.
Yes. Okay. So that is Amazing. And why did they go higher for paraprofessionals and auxiliary? Because they're seeing how a lot of your classified people are leaving the school districts, because a lot of your businesses out there, your Targets, your Chick-fil-A's and things like that, are seeing that they have to increase their wages. So bottom line is they're going to make more money over there than they would with the school district.
Yep.
And these people have bills to pay just like everybody else does. So they realized that they had to have such a drastic increase with paraprofessionals and auxiliary in order to keep them at Lockhart. That is being proactive. That is amazing, to realize that there's a true problem going on out there and taking action.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, man, kudos to Lockhart for taking that action, but for giving an 8% raise for all teachers and staff. Killeen ISD, 8% to all teachers and to all teachers, and 6% for the remaining of the staff. Okay, that's still very good. Deer Park, I thought this was very creative, but it helped to put money into the employees' hands now, which is when they need it. Okay, they did a 4% raise for all employees, plus a 6% retention stipend. Okay, so they said, okay, you know what, we cannot sustain a long-term full raise, but we can give it now, because what are we having right now? We're having a lot of extra help with what came in from ESSER. Okay, so what Deer Park did was they split it up, but it came out to a total of a 10% increase for their employees.
Mm-hmm.
That's listening to your employees and their needs. Del Valle was a 7% raise for all, plus a $1,000 retention stipend. Okay, so that's impressive as well. Lake Travis, 7% raise for all employees. And Hayes ISD is a 7% raise for all employees as well. So on the link that we sent out this week, it shows you the different sources of where we got all this information. Okay, this is not information or numbers that we are making up. We backed it up with the different links of where it is that it shows that this is what they approved. And they're taking action so early because they know they need to do this now in order to retain and recruit qualified employees. There is even, I mean, there's so much information, I couldn't put it all. There's some that are even doing sign-on bonuses for coming to the district because of the staff shortages. And that's what I want to talk about also right now, of how the staff shortages are impacting everybody. Uh, and that is something that is very, it's very real. It's going on. One of the biggest shortages is the custodial shortage. A lot of these teachers, and I got pictures this week as well, where it shows what the teachers are having to do and your paraprofessionals are having to do to help with the custodial shortage. They're sweeping and they're mopping, besides sanitizing and disinfecting. Okay, because they're already having to do that, but they're having to sweep and mop.
Yep.
Some people even went into work today to actually go and mop their classrooms, because we have campuses with over 600 students and one custodian. One custodian for a campus of over 600 students. Now, they sent some applicants, but guess what? Out of the applicants, they sent 3. 2 of them didn't show up for an interview, and one of them was not physically able to do the work. Why is it that we had such little applicants? Because our pay isn't competitive enough?
Yep.
Because they'll make more money if they go work at Target or Walmart, HEB? You know, everybody else is stepping up their game and providing different benefits and perks to entice them to go and apply, because a lot of people are just leaving the workforce because this pandemic made them stop and think. So these businesses are getting creative in finding ways to be able to recruit qualified staff, because the work goes on. It doesn't go away. We need to continue. We need to continue to serve all these students. We need to continue to plan and have these field trips. But it makes it very difficult when we don't have enough people that can go on the field trips to help supervise. And we have to get creative and create and just have a field day instead. And still, it's difficult to pull it off because of the shortage of staff. So what does all of that do? It impacts the students, because some of these kids, believe it or not, look forward to that field trip all year long. So again, all of this shortage and stuff that is happening, we're to blame. BISD is to blame. Administration and the superintendent and the school board are to blame, because they're not making it enticing enough to get them to come in. Is there staff shortages everywhere? Yes, it's not just happening in BISD. That's another famous phrase. Well, it's not just happening here. But you know what? We can do something about it at BISD. And that's what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
We need to do something here on where we can. And we have the money to be able to do that. So all these other positions that have been put on hold that are vacant, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, because that person's work didn't go away. It didn't go away. It got put on to somebody else. It landed on somebody else's plate. And their plate was probably already overflowing and full.
Yeah.
So to put all these positions on hold, that's additional money that the district made, because they didn't pay it out to anybody. So you know what? Yes, the district is in a very good financial state and a good place where they can do 8% and more. They can do better than this 3.5 that they're looking at, 2% that they're looking at. That's an insult. The different proposals that they put out there was a 2%, a 3%, a 3.5, and an 8.6. So that's why we say 8% and more is absolutely doable. And we're talking for all employees. Let's stop penalizing certain classifications just because we don't want the superintendent to get a raise. That should be a conversation that school board members should have with him and ask him to forego his raise. If he's really a team player and he's really making sacrifices, this should be something very easy for him to do, especially since he's very, very overpaid for a superintendent in a district this size. He always wants everybody's salary to be comparable. He should start with setting an example. Be the team player and say, you know what? I won't get my raise, but this is what my contribution is. But you guys definitely deserve it for sticking it out through the most difficult time ever in a school district. So this 2% is not even close to keeping up with inflation. We're still losing money. We're still going to have to make that decision of which prescription am I going to pick up and which one am I going to leave behind. These are certified employees that were told, if you go to school, get an education, you will be in a better financial place. And they're having to make that decision of which prescription am I picking up and which one am I leaving behind, because they're committed and dedicated to BISD. When different charter schools have sign-on bonuses, have higher pay rates, but they choose to stay here at BISD. And that's why we need to take care of them. So I don't know if what you think about that, Ms. Vero, or if you want to go over some comments.
Let's go over a couple of comments, but I was trying to find the ratio recommendations that they're trying to make. And I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking. I went to all the board meetings, but it's not on the slides. So
no, it's on the handouts that they gave.
It's not online.
Yeah, it should be somewhere on there because they said that they did put it.
I cannot find.
Yeah, that's the different. That's a whole other topic that we also want to go into, of the changes of the ratios and the cutbacks. And what is, again, it goes back to being the superintendent is trying to paint this picture that this is what needs to be done in order to go forward. And it's not the case. And we need to shout that out to the school board members, guys. And if they don't listen, then we know. Okay? We don't have to go with the 3.5 in order to keep the lights on. We don't. We don't need to get rid of an AP or a dean of instruction when each position has a full load of duties. And I have copies of those things. I have copies of what it is that they do. They're not there sitting, twiddling their thumbs. They have full loads of duties. And there's no need to have to do that. Because you know what? Where is that work going to land? It's going to land on the counselors, on the lead teachers. And can they afford that? No, they cannot. So we need to make it known that that's not the answer. Also, the increase of your resource teachers from 9-to-1 ratio to an 18-to-1. That's what they're proposing for this year. You know personally how that would impact you, Ms. Vero.
Yep, I do. And
is that doable?
No.
And maybe explain a little bit of what it would take to do that.
So, as a resource teacher / inclusion teacher, we have 45-minute periods that we do for reading and 45-minute periods that we do for math. And of course, that's per grade level. So if you just think about, usually we start resource kids in second grade. Sometimes we have first graders, but most of the time it's second grade. So you have second, third, fourth, and fifth. So that's 4 periods at 45 minutes, right? So that already there is how the whole morning. Yes, that's only math. That doesn't include reading. So then you have to look at, okay, maybe some of the reading groups you can put together because of their skill level and they're still learning phonics or whatever. Those you could kind of combine. Math is a little bit harder because it's just a little bit harder to combine the grade levels, but reading possibly because you can put by skill. That would be probably another 2 or 3 periods. So that's already 7 periods, 7 45-minute periods. when would we have time to provide inclusion?
Exactly.
We wouldn't have an aide, we wouldn't have an extra teacher, we wouldn't, I mean, it's that's just class periods to, and that's that I'm cutting a period because I have 4 math periods, second, third, fourth, and fifth, and I'm cutting one down from reading and just leaving 3 because you could possibly combine some of the grade levels. So I'm just leaving 3. If I actually did per grade level, that would be 8 periods. That's your whole day already. When would you provide inclusion? If you're having to teach both subject areas, when would you be able to provide inclusion? Right now, with the 9 to 1, it's already difficult to keep up and make sure we provide the services for everybody. I cannot even imagine what an 18 to 1 would look like. But again, as as mentioned to board members, special ed builds SHARs. We bring in money to the district. We're always pressured about our progress for our kids, always. And you're going to be cutting my legs out from under me and still expect me to show progress. And I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I've gotten so many calls and so many comments because people know that I'm a special ed teacher, and this does affect me personally. While most of the stuff that I speak on for the board, in front of the board, does not affect me personally, it's not something that I'm actually living in the classroom. This is something that would affect me personally. And it wouldn't only affect me, it's going to affect my kids, and not in a positive way. I don't understand why these kinds of cuts are being made at the classroom level and still expect progress and gaps to be closed and all of that. I don't understand the rationale behind it. If you can come and tell me how it's going to be positive for my kids and how it's going to be positive for progress and how it's going to work positively, I'm willing to hear it. I'm willing to hear it. But when I share the same thought as many others as to why there are so many excessive positions in main office or in upper administration that don't affect directly the students and progress, why those cuts are not being made before they're taking away from the classroom, then it's not something that is, I mean, I don't even know what to say. It's just very stressful. We as teachers need as much help as we can get, not less. It's
We
just,
need
I don't even know how it would be possible. I really don't. And we do have a lot of comments on our surveys about that.
a lot. And this is where it was presented. It was on the budget workshop. And
It's
just,
not online. It's not there.
yeah, they had these as handouts,
Yeah.
and it's on there. I know it's very difficult to read, but it shows where they are here proposing.
Yeah, 18 to 1. And then right there also, Ida, it says teacher, the underneath for the units, they're trying to change something there too. What does it say? Because I can't read it. And I was trying to pull it up, but it's not up on the thing.
The it just on that one it says the structure for life skills.
Mm-hmm.
They are reducing it to 2 aides instead of 3. How overwhelmed are those people in there?
We're already overwhelmed, Ida.
Hmm.
And the unit teachers, my hat's off to you. I used to be in a unit. It's very hard. It's a lot of work. It emotionally, physically, mentally, it takes its toll on you. And for you to remove support is like, I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. And like I said, if you can come and tell me how it's going to positively affect my kids, I'm all for it. Anything that's going to make positive for my kids is great, but show me how it's going to be positive.
I want you to. I'm going to read what it says there. For the resource inclusion teacher, that they're increasing the ratio from 9 to 1 to 18 to 1, and currently it has one teacher and one aide per campus. What they want to do is just leave one aide per campus. That's what they're proposing for this coming year. For your resource and inclusion class, not only increasing it from 18 to 1 to from 9 to 1 to 18 to 1, but you also want to say that we're only going to be required to have one aide there. Guys, you should be furious. You should be freaking furious about this because, like Vero says, they bill, they bring in money to the district. Where the heck is that going? Again, it goes back to bad budgeting and not prioritizing serving the students properly. Because in order to serve them properly, you have to be properly staffed.
Yeah, because if not, there's not enough time in the day. There's not enough bodies to provide the service. And that's the same thing for the classroom. If you don't have staff there and you have subs coming in and out, changing, which we even have a shortage of subs, how is that positive for our kids?
Mm-hmm. Guys, and don't think we're asking you all to do something that we're not doing.
Yeah.
We're letting the school board members know.
All of this. We've already met with them about cutting up our administration. We've already met with them about the meetings that they had last week with the principals and the APs. We've discussed with them, even if it's just over the phone, about the cutting at the special ed level. We've talked to them about all of this. We've talked to them about the raises. Ida has shared this information. Ida has shared these flyers. This is not something that we're just telling you guys. You all may not know, but we are always in contact with board members. We are always getting information, talking it over with them, trying to make a difference. Do they ever say thank you to AOBE?
It's okay.
We don't need to be liked. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We know what we're fighting for, and we don't need recognition. They don't want to say our name. Whatever, it is what it is. We're getting what we need to get for our employees, and we're not going to stop until we get it, period.
Absolutely.
And what we're getting for our employees is going to make a positive impact in the classroom, and is going to make a positive impact for our kids, and is going to make a positive impact for closing gaps and showing progress, period. That's what we're here to do.
Absolutely. And, you need to let us know if you need more information or if you have questions about it, if you don't understand because you want to talk, you're going to talk to a school board member and you just want to make sure you understood the different amounts available and what we're asking for and things like that. Let us know and we'll help to explain it a little bit more. But that's why we wanted to go to have this show on a Saturday. We were hoping that it would be accessible to more people, live. That way they could ask the questions here, and because there's so many things going on during the week, and that's why we moved it to Saturday. But
especially this past week and the next coming weeks with all the end of year awards and performances and band concerts and ballroom and everything that's happening right now. It's like, okay, like people are tired, like from setting up, from getting ready, from attending, from this, from that. So even I'm yawning right now. It's 2:00 and I'm still like, I'm still yawning. Like we're tired.
Absolutely. Yeah. And but also if you have not filled out the survey and given us your input, I don't know if you can put it here on the link so they can go on there and let us know how all of these things are impacting you. We have different information on there. The flyers that we showed today, it's on there so you could see that. But these different the feedback that we got, it is, you have no idea how much weight that carries, because you're able to tell us exactly what you're going through. The information is confidential.
Yeah.
And you tell us what you're going through. We're going to share this with the school board members because we're going to delete certain information and stuff like that, right? And
Well, look,
But
I think this form, I don't even think this form asks for names or anything like that. It
it
doesn't.
does at the very end if they want us to contact them,
Yeah,
though.
but not,
They have the
that's like an
option.
yeah, like that's not, so it's not like we require your name and your phone number and all that stuff at the beginning. No.
Yeah.
So for the
And
most part, it's like completely anonymous.
yeah. And what's good about it is that it gives the real life
Right.
scenarios and situations that you all are facing and you all are going through, and that's what they need to hear. That's the stories that they need to hear. So it's very important to do that, to find some time to fill it out, send it to your colleagues, even if they're not members of AOBE. We want to know what it is that they're going through,
Yeah.
and we want to encourage everybody to speak up. We need to speak up. Okay, we can't just hold back and expect for the work to be done. So we need for right now is the time that they're going to decide on Tuesday. They're going to decide this Tuesday at the budget meeting what they're going to recommend for approval. Okay, so it's going to be this Tuesday, and it's important that we take action and that we all show up to um, to this budget meeting. Okay, we need to be there in solidarity, asking for 8% or more raise. Okay, if
Yeah.
other districts care enough about their employees to do it, and their financial standing is not as strong as BISD, guys. Some of those districts are not as financially strong as we are, but they saw the need and they prioritized and they said, we need to take care of our employees. We need to find a way to be able to retain them and recruit other qualified people. And that's why they did what they did. So BISD needs to wake up and do the same.
Yep.
And they have the perfect opportunity to make a very loud and clear statement of how they feel about their employees.
And we as employees have an opportunity this Tuesday to make our voices heard very loud and clear by showing up to the board meeting in solidarity. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. All you have to do is stand in the building. As soon as they see bodies in that building, I bet you it's going to be a different tune. But
Absolutely.
they need to see bodies. There's nothing like seeing a boardroom full of people who are upset with being disrespected than it is for me and Ida to be sharing. Yes, it's powerful for us to share your information, but for them to see actual bodies in the boardroom, guys, y'all are voters. Elections are coming in November. There's board members up for election. You better believe they're going to want to make you happy. 3 of them. You better believe they're going to see your bodies and be like, oh no. Because one person could come out to 10, 15, 20 votes. Because you count as a family plus your family. And people are going to vote for your paycheck. People are going to vote for your livelihood. And if they see that you as an educator are being disrespected, do you think they're going to keep voting for them? I would hope not. So we need to have bodies this Tuesday. We need to have bodies at the June 7th board meeting where they're going to actually vote for it. June 7th. That's what's on the calendar right now. Do they change dates? Sometimes. But as of now, that is what is on the calendar, June 7th. But Tuesday's board meeting, guys, they need to see bodies.
Budget workshop.
I mean, budget workshop. They need to see bodies there. The June 7th one is the board meeting where it's going to be voted on.
Yeah. Please let us know if you want to speak,
Yeah.
for them to hear your stories of how all of these things are impacting you financially, how they're impacting you to do your job. That is important. So please, let us know. We hope you are able to speak. I know I have had some that are going to speak, and that's awesome. So anybody else, the more the better. But we need to make it known. On that link that Vero posted on here, it also, we give you the information, the contact information for the school board members. Okay. Sorry. And it tells you where, stop. It tells you, you can email them, you can text them, you can call them. Okay. Their information is on there. So please, we're asking you, we have to take collective action here and
Yep.
make this happen. This is very
Guys, this is
doable.
very important, and it affects your livelihood. This is so important, and it's not only going to affect your livelihood for this year.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to affect especially the cuts at the campus levels. That is something that is long term.
Yep.
We
And I
can't.
know another association did tell me, come on, be real. 8%, you're asking for 8%. Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yep. Because they deserve it.
For real. For real.
Yeah, exactly. We've always been out there, always asking for more and more, because we know you deserve it and we know it's doable, guys. And today we showed you where it shows what the fund balance is and how this is very much doable. It's just a matter of prioritizing. Okay. And if this man and this CFO cannot properly budget the money that they are given as a district, they cannot properly budget and prioritize, then they're not doing their job right. And we need to find people that do.
Yep.
Because other districts are managing it, are making it happen, and there's no reason why BISD should not be able to.
Yep.
So I hope this encourages you and upsets you.
Lights a fire. Lights a fire.
Exactly. To be able to reach out to these people, guys.
Or come to the meetings. Come to the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go over the comments real quick. This is crazy, honestly. Yes. Are we all at top 5 paid employees? No, ma'am,
Nope.
we are not.
Nope.
Hello, ladies. Hi, Miss Virginia.
Hi.
Myra Rivera. Why not have BISD pay for our health care? What happened to the $1 raise? My financial have nothing to do with politics. As a single mother with a mortgage, it's become very difficult to sustain my home.
Absolutely.
Some districts even added 2 extra mental health days.
Very true. Very true.
What districts are offering sign-on bonuses? Asking for a friend.
Stop.
Ms. Martinez, it has been pouring since 2020. It's now flooded. Many have drowned and the rest of us are drowning, but BISD won't throw us a life float, Esther, unless we work more for it. Maybe. True. 8% would make such a difference. Yes, Miss Ibarra. 8.6 would make a difference. Yes. Maria Elliott, we had heard a rumor that summer positions were not being filled, so if we applied, we would probably get 50. Now that we've been hired, we are getting 35.
Yeah, he's sticking to the 35. He's adamant about not paying out what he can. It's not right.
We need to improve. We need to remove duties for superintendents. Oh, we need to remove deputies.
Superintendent.
Superintendents, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lead teachers don't get paid for all the extra work.
No.
BISD is all political.
Yep. But we can be political right back, guys. We have that power. We have that power. We've shown the numbers that our members do vote, guys. At the last election, you guys went out to vote. So we need to make it clear to see where this current board is going to stand on your raises. And then we need to make it clear in November where we stand.
Julia Hernandez, especially Vero, when our paraprofessional is being pulled for other duties. Yeah, that happens very often. Yes. Very often.
Yeah, because they have to cover for everybody else for the shortage. It's impacting everyone.
Oh, but we get a stipend, so we should be doing all that after school. This is true. I'm expected to. I have to have art paperwork. I have to have special ed progress. I have to have grades. When I have a 45-minute planning period, and during that 45-minute planning period, most of the time, I'm trying to catch up with other stuff. We take our work home all the time. I
Oh,
can't even imagine what that would be if we had 18 to 1. I wouldn't sleep.
yeah. No, I know. And I know you're several times working still at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. How is this in the best interest of our students? That is the biggest question. We are supposed to be here for kids. We
Yep.
shouldn't be cutting what's affecting them the most. Yes, units need support not to cut off in their staff. Yeah. At my campus, we've only had one paraprofessional since I've been there, and this is my 10th year working for that campus. Well, you know what? At this last board meeting, they said there was no campuses short in special ed.
Yeah.
Is that not what they said?
That
I
is,
want to say Minerva asked something like that. She asked, I want to say Minerva asked a question about campuses having the staff they needed or something like that. And I want to say that they said that everybody was okay.
and this is where we always encourage the school board members to always stay in contact with the front line. They need to hear directly from the employees, and so this is where you guys can reach out to them. And some of the board members tell us, yes, tell them to call us.
But
Tell
people
them.
don't call. I even have parents that don't call. I try to encourage parents to call the board members on things that they've experienced, and even they don't call, Ida. People are scared. How a parent is afraid, I don't realize, because they have the most power of all. But like, I've
Yes.
been trying to convince parents for at least a month and a half, and they still have not called. And they don't work for the district.
Wow.
So I don't understand what is the fear in that. Maybe they feel like their kids are going to be
Retaliate.
retaliated against. I don't know.
Yeah.
Virginia Ramirez, some teachers are being moved to teach other classes that are not certified in. I thought that was not done at BISD.
Wow. Virginia, you need to give us a little bit more info on that one.
Please share the link with your campus if you can so there is more backup information. Yes, please.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Miss Angie, for everything that you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. I know Angie has been getting people, asking people to attend the budget meeting on Tuesday. So they've been doing amazing. Her and Mercy are amazing members, very vocal. And so we thank you for that. And thank you for everything that you are doing for your kids at your campus as well. You
Yes.
all go above and beyond.
Yes. Micaela joined the AOBE movement. Yes.
Yes, if you're not a member, you can go to our website and sign on. It is myaobe.com, and it has there so you can activate your membership with us. It is important to be part of the largest association in Brownsville. That is what gives us the most power. And the bigger we get, the stronger that we get. And that is what gives us that leverage to be able to be heard. And we will continue to voice your concerns, but we also will continue to empower you to be able to use your voice as well. So that is amazing. We're always humbled by the support that we get from you guys, and when you guys do take action, it is the best feeling ever. But if you're not a member, and Chiquis and Chico say also to sign up, you can go to the website and activate your membership.
I just put the link in the chat for the application.
Oh, okay.
Maria Elliott, who are the board members coming up for re-election in November, Miss Ida?
The board members are Ms. Dr. Prissy Tipton, Denise Garza, and Drew Brown.
Those are the three. Okay. Showing up at the boardroom will not get any people in trouble. Do not be scared of showing up. You can stand in the back if you would like. Yes, this is true. You don't have to speak, like I said. June 7th is Hannah graduation. They may move it. Okay, so there we go. So the 7th is what is scheduled online. But like Ms. Garcia is saying, on June 7th, there's a graduation for Hannah, which, hi, Ms. Garcia. We're fighting for you too. There may be a change, and if there is, we will post it on our Facebook page just so that you're aware, because we really want people to show up. Guys, you are not only showing up for raises, you're showing up for campus cuts. Okay?
Yes.
That's what you're showing up for. You're
Guys,
showing up for raises and cuts at the campus level.
yes, we can't, you guys cannot survive with these cuts that they are proposing. You can't. And they have the funding. There's no need to do this. Guys, make it known that you know now. You know where the funding is and what's available. Okay? And also, we want to know what they're doing for recruitment and retention of students as well.
Yes.
That's also a big thing that they're dropping the ball on. I'm sorry.
Yes. My special ed people, May 23rd at 5:30 is the special ed committee meeting. On the agenda, projected ratios for 2022-2023. Show up. May 23rd at 5:30 is the special education 504 committee meeting. Projected ratios for 2022 and 2023. We need you there.
Absolutely. Please, guys.
All right. I'm sorry. Got off. Glad to be of service. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Villarreal. Maria Elliott. We have had a substitute in a science position since the second 6 weeks. She is a qualified teacher, but they kept her at a substitute pay for 5-6 weeks.
Wow. Yeah.
Ms. Dominguez, my girl, go out and vote. We can literally determine the outcome if we all vote. Vote them out. House Bill 4545, they gave the math acceleration class to teachers who are not certified in math all year long.
Yeah. They did.
That's our last comment, Miss Ida.
Okay, guys. So hopefully you're able to go and log on and see what other input you can give us. And we hope that you take action as far as taking action in showing up on Tuesday, taking action in contacting the school board members, letting them know how you feel. This thing of, oh, we have to, in order to avoid layoffs, that's not going to do it. Okay. Other districts are making it happen because they know what they're doing. So if our people do not know what they're doing at the top, then they need to go. Okay. Because it's as simple as in the board saying, you need to make this happen and you need to find a way. And that's it. Como dicen, punto final.
Because this is what's best for our students. And BISD is supposed to be about our students. Mm-hmm. Period.
Yeah. And we need to stop burning out our employees. We're working them to death. Yeah. These people, and I hope it's clear that in no way are we blaming the custodians on this shortage or the fact that the teachers and employees are having to sweep and mop. No, we're blaming the district for not paying enough to be able to recruit qualified employees to work. Okay? Because they'll make more money elsewhere. That's who we're blaming. We're blaming them for working the poor custodians that are trying to stay on board to the bone. We're working them beyond. They're burned out. They're counting their days to their vacation because ya no pueden.
And can you imagine if they cut more at the campus level, how many paraprofessionals are going to want to get out because it's so much more on them?
Yeah. So, I mean, please know we need to make these demands. Oh my God.
Case closed.
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I needed that laugh.
Caso cerrado. Case closed.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Precious Saturday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the messages. that we've been getting. It's amazing. We have amazing members. We have great people. For everybody who commented, that for everybody who texted and everything. Sorry, it's very hard to get to both, to get to everything. Especially with the sty in my eye, trying to see as good as I can. Pero aquí estamos, and we'll be there on Tuesday. You better believe that. So we hope many of you make it a priority.
With bells
Yeah,
on.
with bells on and our blue shirts on.
Blue shirt. Wear blue. Wear blue. Take your family with you. Remember, they see the voters.
They see votes. That's what they see. And if
Yeah.
we pack that room, it's going to make an impact. It will.
Yes.
This is very doable, guys. We cannot settle for a 3.5. We cannot settle for a 2. We cannot take their excuses anymore. Okay? We need to take action. We need
And
to
no
demand it.
cuts. No cuts at the campus level. Cut up upstairs somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and even at that, and I'm not defending at the very top. I'm saying you can cut that guy, you can let him go, whatever. I don't care. But there's no reason to be threatening people on their jobs. There's no reason for it, guys. We have the funding, okay? And we have the power to demand this. So please, I hope people are reaching out to the school board members, okay?
Yes.
Because they make that decision.
Miss Mercy Class, welcome. Finally able to comment. Thank you, ladies. See you Tuesday. Yes, we'll see you Tuesday, Miss Mercy. Thank you so much for all that you do. You guys are amazing. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. We know it's a lot of information and some of it is upsetting, but we really need to show solidarity, like Mercy says. Show up on Tuesday, wear blue, stand in the back if you want, stand in the hallway if you want. You're still a body in the building. And
wear your mask.
Wear your mask. Wear glasses. Wear a baseball cap. Maggie has baseball caps and glasses.
So, you do what you have to do, but be there. Be a body in the room. ¿Onta la rueda? Dile, ¿onta la camisa?
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
¿Onta mi camisa? Dile.
Camisa, Mr. Cisneros.
Sorry, Robert.
Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful Saturday, what's left of it. Have a great weekend. We hope to see a lot of people on Tuesday. And for anybody interested in speaking, please let us know. Reach out to us. Fill out the survey. The link is here in the chat. And give us information that we can share. Thank you, guys.
Hang in there.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.